What is up, everyone? I hope everyone's doing good. And today, this is going to be a new series on my channel. And I never really did a series before, but it's going to be like in a playlist type of thing. So it's called Into the Paranormal, where I talk. Every video in here is going to be paranormal topics. Maybe I'll get into like demonic possession or something. Some dark, some good, but it's gonna be fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. It's not Old Bull I was just eating this morning, but so I just want to get straight into this video. Today, what we're gonna be talking about is why does some places have such like a negative feeling, this haunting wise. Like, if you ever been, this is just an example, but you ever been around someone that you just feel that they're not a good person, and then you figure out they're like rude, you know what I mean? So you can like feel that energy off of people. But if you ever went ghost hunting, you can, in some rooms, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, felt that energy and felt that bad and cold energy, like something's there with you. So I want to talk about that today. So first, I want to get into my experience with negative energy and if I ever experienced a negative place or a dark feeling in a haunted area. So around a year ago, I actually went to this haunted place called it's a seminary in Madison, Ohio. It's a Madison seminary, where at one point the Madison seminary was a asylum, and there's 3 floors. There's one where military people stayed, and then the other one was like a school for religious people, or religion school. So basically what actually happened was there's been a few deaths in the place, and most of the deaths were actually when the asylum was a thing and was open. So there's been multiple cases where people, I know it's a little graphic, but falling out of windows and all this bad stuff happening to them. In the rooms where the most negative stuff's happening, you can feel it. So basically, there's actually where there's the surgeon. There was a doctor there actually, his name, I can't remember if they called him a doctor or a surgeon or something like that, but he would mess with and operate, do shock therapy, whatever you can imagine, on the patients. And when he did this on the patients, I don't think any died, but he would basically torture the patients with different methods of therapy and stuff they thought they would work back then. And I heard, well, what they said, he was actually a really bad person and he wasn't a good person. So when I was up there one time, me and my dad called him a doctor because he doesn't like that. And I swear on everything, something fell over. I don't know what it was. It was like a bang. Me and my dad ran out of there. Like, we speed walked out of there, man. We ran out of there. It was like the scariest thing I've ever experienced, and you could just feel something. And that gets me on to the next topic. Do violent crimes and gruesome death and very painful death bring in negative energy? My opinion, 100% yes. So out of everywhere, if you went to a museum full of artifacts that have a positive background, or a place that has a very positive background, for example, somewhere like a church. I know some churches are haunted, but mostly a positive area and a good area. Now, you wouldn't think you would actually have a bad spirit or bad energy lurking in there, but if you went to somewhere like a abandoned asylum like I was, and if you go to somewhere where a lot of death occurred and horrible people did horrible things to others in, you will feel that energy in those rooms. Now, that's why I believe it, because everywhere haunted I've been, something bad happened, and the only time I really felt it was in a room. Something did something to others, or a murder happened, or a death, or a sickness, or abuse. Something happened in that room and you can feel it, which is really freaking crazy. Like, it also, this is the other side, people that don't believe violence and crime brings death. I mean, brings death, brings negative spirits and negative energy. It also could be your brain messing with you, because if you know the history of a room and you're like, oh yeah, I already know this history of a room, and it's someone got murdered in there, and your like brain, because you already know someone got murdered in there already, is like off. You know what I mean? It's messing with your head already, because you are freaking out because someone actually died in there. So now I want to get into how you feel negative energy and what does it feel like. So if you never felt a negative presence, negative spirit, it's kind of your chest gets heavy and it feels different. You feel totally different. And it's also when you walk, you feel like something's pushing you out. That's what I felt. Everyone has different feelings about it, but that is always what I felt with it. That when I feel the negative energy and I'm walking away from something, it feels like my hair on the arms are being pushed. I don't know, it's the weirdest experience, but that's most likely the best I can explain it. So I want to get into another topic while we're here, and that is there different types of negative energy? This is actually going to be the last topic of this video, and so I might as well talk about it, we'll make it good. Is there different types of negative energy? I believe there is. So say if a death happened in a room, you can feel the sadness. If there's an angry person or a spirit in the room, you can really feel the anger inside of you. It's like almost like mind control with these negative energies, which no one knows what ghosts are. No one knows if they're real. I mean, I believe in them, but no one knows for sure if they're real, but yeah, 100% different types of energy. And there's also different types of positive energy. You can feel happy in a room, and you could also feel peace. That's the thing. If there was a death in a room, you don't always, all the haunted experience, you don't always feel that negative feeling of death. You can actually feel the positive aspect of it, like the peace, and like going to a hospital. I mean, it feels, sometimes hospitals freak me out, but you don't know if a hospital's haunted or not, but I always feel peace in some rooms, and then I feel something else. So it couldn't even bring the violent crimes and death. It could be the bad people that did the crimes messing with your head, or the victims that are experiencing that. Example, actually, the Amityville Horror House. Very haunted place where a man killed 6 of his family members, and everyone experiences not very negative things in there, or they could. Like, all the things I heard weren't negative. It was just seeing that little boy. I put a photo up. It's actually pretty interesting. I showed it in a short one time, but yeah, that was actually a really sad thing, but it all came out positive. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, welcome to my new series, Into the Paranormal. Make sure you like this video if you like it, because I want to know your guys' feedback. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I will see you guys next time.